AI will replace healthcare workers within 3 years. I just got back from a medical AI conference, and one of the keynote speakers said something that really shook me. He said that AI is going to replace most of the healthcare workforce within 3 years. Not assist, not augment, replace. That includes doctors, nurses, physical therapists, respiratory therapists, support staff, the list goes on. Basically, AI will handle diagnostics, documentation, and all patient communication from scheduling to billing to medical records. I don't think healthcare providers will go away entirely, but medicine is going to look a lot different in the coming years. Hopefully, it'll be for the better. What do you think?
What's going on? I'm Tech Bag Trey, your favorite cousin on your mama's side. What's going on? Did y'all just hear what this doctor said? He said 3 years. 3 years for AI to replace most healthcare workers. Not a system, a system and the stuff, not help them, replace. And that's a wild thing to say, but it's also reality, right? And I came across another few videos with two other people that are painting the picture of what's actually happening right now with AI in healthcare or actually in just business in general right now. And so I really wanted to break this down for y'all because the timeline is way different than what most people think, right? Like they moseying along, they're not thinking about what's actually happening out here in these streets, and they think they got way more time than they really do. So let's break this down. What this doctor said because it's actually a little bit to unpack. All right. So first off, this man went to an actual medical AI conference, right? So this wasn't just some random prediction. This is what these industry insiders are saying behind closed doors, right? The people who are investing in AI software and all the different AI features, they're investing in this. They're looking at this stuff. This is what they're saying: diagnostics, documentation, patient communication, scheduling, billing, medical records, probably doctors soon. I just seen AI nurses. This is what's happening in healthcare, right? Probably like 80% is going to be taken over. And somebody who's been following AI development for a little while here, I can tell you, like technology for all this kind of stuff, it already exists. It's already happening, right? You have AI reading X-rays better than radiologists. You got chatbots handling complex customer service, right? Managing full customer workflows. The question is not can it happen? It's how fast can healthcare systems roll this stuff out? And they're probably trying to get it rolled out as fast as possible, right? Because they're looking to make money or save money as a business. But notice what he said at the end. He said healthcare providers won't go away entirely. And so that sounds like it's probably going to be about 20% of the workforce or something. I don't know, but it's a massive job displacement nonetheless. It's a whole lot. So we really need to be careful around the regular stuff that we're watching, right? Like, oh, I'm just meaninglessly watching content on TV or not paying attention. Like if I'm working in healthcare, I need to be knowing exactly what's going on and what's the top of the notch stuff going on in my space as far as AI. I probably need to be trying to play around with it, right? If possible. Because what y'all not about to do is replace me with somebody else that's going to run the AI. You're not doing that. I'm going to be the one, right? Like, I know how the AI works. You're going to keep me on. Now, these other folks, let them go. They didn't take the time to learn what they needed to learn. They took the job for granted and they thought it was going to always be there. Cut them, right? Excommunicado, if you know where that came from. But you keep me, all right? Now, I found this other video of another doctor talking about something that he's seeing inside of his office right now, right? And it's showing that this future is way
I
closer
don't know
than
about
what
other
we.
doctors out there, but for the first time these past few weeks, I am truly feeling that our days are numbered because of AI. And that is because at least my patients are coming in with very, very difficult questions. They're high level, very granular and nuanced type of questions that I've never been asked before in previous years. And they are coming in with way more knowledge about what's going on with them. And they are, I feel like, using that to at least kind of probe the doctor, at least me, about like how much they know. And I think they use like these questions to kind of gauge their competence, because they're using these AI chatbots to get a lot of base information that they would get from their doctor. So now they're entering the office visit with the next level of questions. And I just don't think doctors are going to be used to that, especially if you kind of been coasting for a while, barely keeping up with your CME, or maybe you're not in academics and you're not constantly staying current. And and I'm not saying that just because you don't know some random fact that you're not a good doctor, but I think real or perceived, patients are going to use this as a measuring stick to see how good their doctor is. Like, for
Yeah, I mean, I would. Now that I know the space, like I don't even know if this is how space is like stuff is done in this space. I'm not crazy smart. I just apply myself. But at the end of the day, I did used to say that not all doctors were created the same, right? Like not all of them are A students. So it's possible that you going to a doctor and because you see the degree on the wall, oh yeah, my doctor is good because he came from whatever, like insert prestigious doctor school. But at the end of the day, he ended up getting a C and barely grazed by. But you don't know that because you don't ask questions. He got the training, the degree is on the wall. But at the end of the day, he probably barely made it. Now, I don't know if that's how it works. Maybe all doctors have to get a certain grade amount before they leave. I'm just saying what I used to think growing up. Right. But what he's saying is absolutely right. Like people are already obviously, but they're going to be going in saying, "Hey, this is what I found through AI. What do you think?" And I personally believe that if you don't have the right doctor, right, this guy seems chill. Now, if this guy was in my area, I would rock with him because, like, he seems like he's open to this stuff. But what I perceive that is going to happen is doctors are going to be very arrogant over this stuff, right? They're going to be upset. Their jaw's going to be tight when you come in and you got questions that they haven't seen since they were in school. They're going to be tight. I'm the doctor. What you talking about? Instead of like this doctor, right? I can see him learning from what people are coming in and saying in his office and getting ahead of the curve, right? Hey, we are the first AI first doctor office, right? And what I mean is, going in, yes, I am the human doctor, but we run everything with AI. We make sure we're at the top of the, front tiers and what's going on. I think that's what's going to be going on. And I believe that I'm willing to put money that is going there, at least for the top of the line
instance,
doctors.
I was asked
Let's
just
keep
the
going.
other week what the incidence rate is for retinal detachment in the United States. And I've never been asked that type of questions. I don't think patients typically ask about epidemiology. And I was like, 1 in 10,000, I think. And he was like, yes, that is what I read as well. And I just felt like I was in the hot seat and I was being interrogated or pinned by an attending. And I think that's fine. I'm all for like patient autonomy and being able to vet their doctor, but I think this is going to have an unfortunate unintended consequence of eroding trust between physician and patient, because it's already strained to begin with. And just now with AI, I think patients are going to realize that they can get a lot of stuff that they need from their AI chatbot. And with that, the level of expectations from a real in-person human doctor is just going to go even higher, because what can you offer me that I can't already get from my phone in 2 seconds for free?
Yo, yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy, y'all. Like, y'all know how people sometimes they get that second opinion from a doctor, and the second opinion is now gonna be from Chat GPT in the office right after they get the blood work, right? Like, there are people who like they scan their blood work and stuff in. Maybe they leave off the names, but think about that. Like, they're doing it in your face as soon as they give you the report. All right, so this is what you said it is, right? Yo, Chat, did you hear that? What do you think about this? And then getting it right back, right before the 15-minute meeting end that the doctor is there. They don't even stay with you that long. But yeah, anyways, y'all, this is what's really happening out here in these streets, right? In healthcare. and consumers have access to this expert level information instantly now. And when I say expert, like I really mean like the highest degree that you could possibly think of in that space. They have access to that now in their pocket, and it's changing the whole game. And that's what this doctor is saying, right? Like he's saying that he's had patients who are using questions to gauge whether the doctor's competence is there or not. And so if you've been coasting along and you haven't been staying current, then you're cooked. You're going to be exposed, or you're going to be real mad because people are going to come in there and they're going to be saying stuff to you. So this is obviously not just in the doctor's offices and healthcare. I just wanted to bring this out because I thought it was interesting. I did find one more video of a few CEOs talking about these changes. And, y'all tell me in the comments, talk to me in the comments. What can we do about this? All right.
CEOs are no longer dodging the question of whether AI takes jobs. These days, they're giving predictions of just how deep those cuts could go. In private, they've spent months whispering about how their businesses could be run with a fraction of current staff thanks to AI, automation software, and robots. Ford's CEO predicted that AI will replace literally half of all white-collar workers in the US. And CEO of JP Morgan Chase's consumer and community business told investors that she could see its operations headcount falling by 10% in the coming years as the company uses new AI tools. So why does this matter? Farley's comments are especially significant because they're among the most pointed to date from a large company US exec outside of Silicon Valley. They reflect an emerging shift in how many execs are explaining the potential human cost from this technology. And these views are changing almost weekly as leaders gain a better sense of just what the tech can do, and as they watch their peers more aggressively change hiring plans or flatten corporate structures.
Anyways, y'all, this is where it's going. Y'all already know. As far as the content creators, I'm going to leave their links in the description so that y'all can catch up with them if y'all are looking to do that. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the video. It's going to help the algorithm. I'll see y'all in the next one, man.